Hey gang, let's talk about wireless devices. Let's get straight into it. So, Bluetooth. Bluetooth is something that you're probably familiar with. A lot of devices now have Bluetooth. Now, when it first came out, it originally just was for transmitting data wirelessly, whether that would be videos, text, pictures, whatever you're trying to send. And now, a lot of devices are actually Bluetooth. So instead of having to have a physical connection, you can wirelessly connect headphones, mice, keyboards, several different things are Bluetooth. So when you're setting up Bluetooth, there's pretty much a generic way to do it, a standard way to do it, right? So if you want to connect to a Bluetooth device, all you have to do is one, of course, make sure that your Bluetooth is turned on. Make sure the Bluetooth is turned on both devices, right? Next, you have to put it in discoverable mode, right? If you don't have both devices in discoverable mode, when the device is scanning for other devices to connect to, it won't actually come up, okay? Next up, connect to correct Bluetooth device. Let's say it's a bunch of different devices around. You want to make sure that you connect to the correct Bluetooth device, the right person and the right device. Last but not least, like I said, we're going to sprinkle a little bit of security in every lecture. You want to make sure that you disconnect from Bluetooth after you finish using it because, one, it'll drain your battery faster. Two, it actually makes you more susceptible to something called bluejacking or blue snarfing, and that's pretty much just when somebody tries to attack your Bluetooth connection, maybe listen in and take information. All right, so when you're not using it, turn it off. Next up, Wi-Fi. Pretty much anybody that's watching this, you probably know what Wi-Fi is. If you don't, it's just wireless internet, right? Instead of having to have a cable connected to your device, you can just use the radio waves. The radio waves actually give you internet, all right? So wireless internet, right? So real simple to use Wi-Fi as well. Whatever device you're using, make sure that the Wi-Fi is actually turned on. Next up, make sure that you connect to the correct SSID. So the SSID is nothing more than the name of the network. If you go inside of Starbucks and the wireless network is called Starbucks Wi-Fi, Starbucks Wi-Fi is the SSID. Another thing, Wi-Fi or any other signal-oriented technology will not work inside of airplane mode. All right, so when you get on an airplane, they say turn off your devices or put them in airplane mode. The reason for that is because in airplane mode, you don't get a cell phone signal, no Wi-Fi, no GPS. All right, nothing that can mess up the airplane's navigation system. Next up, you're going to enter the wireless password. All right, so whatever the password is. Now, a lot of places actually have free open Wi-Fi, so where you just connect it and you're connected, but if you have a wireless setup at home or at a hotel or something like that, you're going to have to enter the wireless password. Just like the other technology we talked about, Bluetooth, make sure that you disconnect from the Wi-Fi once you're finished. Last but not least, like I said, a little bit more of security. I might come up with a little animated thing or something for the sprinkles. Sprinkling security on you again. If at all possible, try not to use public Wi-Fi. All right, public Wi-Fi is it's convenient, but it's not secure. All right, anybody with just a little bit of knowledge can overtake a open access point and look at what you're doing, take information away from you. So if you can help it, try not to use Wi-Fi. All right, and a lot of times you don't have to use Wi-Fi because most cell phone providers, their signal strength is good enough to where you don't have to actually connect to Wi-Fi. All right, so if you're in the house or if you're in a trusted network, you can use public Wi-Fi. Other than that, I wouldn't do it, okay? All right, gang. Next up, mobile devices. So I was reading something that said that almost 90% of Americans, whether it's news, sports, education, that they actually are watching things and doing things on their mobile device. Because before you, depending on how old you were, there were certain things you would do on your cell phone, and there were certain things that you would do on your computer. Now, it's pretty much all in one. Everything that you need to do, even some videos, or excuse me, some cell phones are strong enough where you can do video editing, run really intensive games, so on and so forth. So let's just talk about a few things that cover the mobile phone. As you already know, almost any phone is Bluetooth and Wi-Fi enabled. The screen orientation, right? The two different screen orientations, a lot of phones now, it automatically do it. If you have it straight up and down, that's called portrait. If you have it horizontal, that will be called landscape. And a lot of phones now, they automatically change from portrait to a landscape, vice versa. Synchronization. So synchronization just means that your device or the programs on your device is synchronized with something else. For example, a lot of phones now, let's say that you get an Android, it's automatically synced with Google Photos, meaning that every time you take a picture, it's going to be on that phone, and it's also going to be uploaded to Google Photos in the cloud, right? So with that being said, first thing you need to do is probably turn that off, all right? Unless you have proper security for Google Photos or whatever it's synchronized with, just like iPhone. When you buy an iPhone, it has iCloud, right? And every time you take a picture, it can get synchronized with the iCloud. If you want that accessibility, that's fine. But a lot of people don't want every single picture. Think about that, man. Really think about that. Every picture that you take will be synchronized with the cloud. Most people probably don't want that, all right? Applications, if you got an Android, you're going to be going to the Play Store. If you got an iPhone, you'll be going to the Apple Store. If you got a Microsoft phone, which is pretty much dead now, you'll be going to the Microsoft Store. Make sense? And these are logical places. The Play Store is located inside your it's an application on your phone. The Apple Store, application on your phone. Microsoft Store, application on your phone. Okay? Damn, we made it. So, other than that, make sure you subscribe, like this video, subscribe to us on all social media platforms, and other than that, I'll see you in class.